Okay, we are on to day 6. Today we are taking a lot of what we did yesterday with variables and data structures, and we are actually applying it to our journal. So we did a little bit of this yesterday, so today is going to be like a little bit of review and a little bit of just practicing. But the first thing you want to really think about is, okay, so what does the journal entry data structure look like? Now, in our case, it's probably going to look like some kind of date and some kind of text. And so what you want to do, and what I'll be demonstrating, is basically taking the idea of getting user input from a date and getting user input from the text of the journal entry and saving those as variables. And then, of course, outputting them to make sure that they work. So that is basically the short explanation of what we're doing today. So let's get into it.
All right, let's get started writing some code. So the first thing we're going to do, I've cleared out all of yesterday's code, and we're going to start from scratch a bit. So the first thing I did is let's do journal date equals input date. And then let's print that. So just as a refresher, journal date is a variable, and we are just taking that as input and then printing that out. Okay, so 1-2-3, okay. So that gets our variable, it prints it out. That's okay. It's not quite right. If you look at here, we wanted the new screen to have the date be kind of like that. So there's like a space there. Let's add that. And then we also want the text. So now that we have two variables, we'll add a second one. We want it to be journal text. And in this case, I think, yeah, we're just trying to have it be just text. There's no like prompt like input your text. It's just start writing text. So I think we'll just do input with no sort of prompt and then print journal text. Okay, let's run that. So date 1, 2, 3. That's just made up date, obviously. Hello, this is a journal entry. Okay, so that does take the input and puts it out as the output. So that is, I mean, the most basic, simple way to do this is to have the date and the input, and we're just going to have it match our screen pretty reasonably well there. So that is, I mean, this is very simple, and this is kind of a quick reminder of how simple programming can be once you learn it a little bit. Is, you have a variable, you take it as input, you have a variable, you take it as input, you're printing it out and using it elsewhere. That's the whole, like, this is the simple version of the basic idea, but like hidden inside here is what you are doing to get the data that we need from the user. So while this feels very simple, this is like the simplest thing that solves our problem. And that is a good lesson to learn and just be reminded of. That is it for today. Next up is your assignment.
Your assignment is going to be to add input to your program so that you get both the journal entry date and you get the journal entry text, and then you output the result. This is a very straightforward day, and this is, practice. So take the time to do the practice. If you need some bonus time, bonus practice, just, if you're feeling excited about this sort of thing, go ahead and take the time to mess around with errors, put in stuff that doesn't work, maybe break your code a little bit so that you get an idea of what the errors look like and how to fix them. Have fun building that. Enjoy working on a real software program, and I will see you again tomorrow.